we first met, did we meet variously though? It's not like we met in one show together.
I met you, Kwong.
Oh my God.
In Guildhall, when I got into Guildhall. And you came, when I got in, I was
in 1990.
Congratulate me. That was the first time.
In 1990?
Yeah, in Guildhall.
Right. Because you know why? I was so excited. You are the second East Asian to be given a place at Guildhall.
Oh.
Yeah. It was so wonderful, you know, when I finished and you started.
And I met David in Butterflies.
Yes, that's where we first met.
And when was that?
That was in 1989. 1989, because I left drama school a term early to do that show.
That's right.
And I met David on Magic Paintbrush when I came to do movement direction, and you were an actor in it.
And when was that?
That was in 1990. So it was after Lecoq. So I just come back from Lecoq, or the year after. So it was 1993, I think.
Wow.
And it was David who brought us together to audition for Magic Paintbrush.
That's right. And that's how you met us.
Yeah.
R&D, right?
Yeah.
With Vicky.
That's right.
Yeah, some workshops with Vicky.
It's amazing.
And there was a poem with Veronica, Veronica.
Because you were commissioned by Vicky
Yeah.
at Polka Theatre to write a play.
Yes, as I'd worked there previously on a Japanese show, and then Vicky ran various workshops to try and develop other things. And then what was the show?
Yoshi and the Tea Kettle.
Yeah. Travels of Yoshi and the Tea Kettle. And I played the Badger Tea Kettle.
Yeah.
In a teapot.
Oh, that was
steam coming out.
Well, then I saw that show. Did you? I remember your teapot.
It was very fun. So that's kind of where the relationship with Polka started.
Right.
And then did various workshops. And we said, exactly. And then
Remember those?
That you recommended us because you knew us, you see, seriously.
Individually.
Yes, I knew you individually. I can't remember how we met, Kwong, but it must have been either through auditions or whatever.
I don't know exactly the first time we met, but certainly that time when you finished Rose Bruford, is that right? In the 87, 88, 89, or whatever, 89, Then you started doing projects, you see, and it was really wonderful that you were looking at East Asians, doing things together. And I don't know how we knew of each other, and I just came out of Guildhall in 1990.
Right.
And then after that, I remember going to your gigs, and you were talking to me about trying to put The Mother as a reading together.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how we met.
Yeah.
So, and then we started chatting.
Yeah.
And
So it was, I think Yellow Earth was a combination of my sort of responding to various political events in East Asia. In 89, I was a very big student demonstration, and we know what happened at the end.
That's right.
So that's the first time I started doing a bit of directing. And then I think in 91, I think there was a visit by the Dalai Lama to this country, and I again wanted to do something in response to that. Because I just thought we were so lucky here. We've got so much freedom that we can sort of express ourselves, and some of our peers can't in other parts of the world. So it felt like a responsibility to kind of give voice to something. Yeah. So that's kind of why we started doing some rehearsed readings. I remember we were doing rehearsed readings, and then
Tibetan Inroads.
And various other rehearsals.
Of course, at that time, there weren't so many of us about. I think even if we don't know each other directly, we can know each other indirectly. Yeah. And then when you need a group of actors together, like, 5, 8, 10 actors, as do you know who's East Asian? So we all got together, did Tibetan Inroads or The Mother or whatever, and we got to know each other.
Yeah, we did readings readings. Yeah. I mean, then we tried for 3 years to get funding and never got it. And it's because of that opportunity, that wonderful opportunity at Polka, that it allowed us to show something. And that's when the funders started trusting us a little bit more. Yeah. And that's how we got off. It was because of the success of the Magic Paintbrush that's why we...
Yes, and also, I suppose, generosity of Polka, because I think you sold the show, or you convinced Singapore Repertory Theatre, or not Repertory
Theatre. So Singapore Youth Arts Festival.
To take the show. And then they gave us some money that we hadn't all just come out of drama school. We'd already been working in the industry. So we were variously, and we were, eager to sort of come together, but also wanted to, pay ourselves. Of course, main goals is to try and, make it sustainable for everybody. So we all did other things as well, at the same time as trying to get the company off the ground. And, David was the artistic director, and you definitely took on the lead. I feel like we were we were a supporting you to realize your.
I think without that collective effort, we wouldn't have achieved everything that all the things that. And I think, as you say, that Singapore selling the Magic Paintbrush to the Singapore Youth Arts Festival, I remember they offered a lump sum, and I remember at Polka Theatre in the kitchen negotiating with Stephen Midlane, who was the executive director at Polka, and just saying that actually, I know it is a polka show, but actually, if I hadn't made that
Connection,
entrepreneurial effort to sell it, then there would be no show going to Singapore. So I just wonder whether you might consider giving us half the fee. And they did, and that's how the company started. Because we had that money to then invest and,
some seed money.
Seed money, and to kind of start the company, pay for company registration, company, charity, all those things.
Just going back a little bit, before Yellow Earth got started, in a way, the five of us who started Yellow Earth, there were five of us who were in Paintbrush, right? Now, why was it the five of us who were called to audition for Paintbrush and got offered the jobs? And I think it's because you kind of knew us all variously, but you knew our backgrounds, the physical backgrounds, the performance vocabulary that we had, which then suited, the concept of Paintbrush.
I remember how we first met. It was on the Changeling. It was always changed there. So a company called British Chinese Theatre, Susan Leong, and she asked us your violence to direct.
Yes.
And you were in the cast, as was I, and that's how I first met you.
I see, as you, Nui, John Shin,
All the connections.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty trying to say that in a way also, even before Yellow Earth, as it was then, I feel it's a pioneer company, British Chinese theatre.
Absolutely.
Because Susie Leong, British born Chinese, she worked at the RSC, and she at the same time with Mark Rylance sort of doing Hamlet there, and so she got to know Mark Rylance, and then she asked if Mark would direct The Changeling, in a small fringe at the Finborough production. And Mark being Mark, I think that's the kind of thing that he really likes, something that is different, working with East Asians on a British classical theatre piece, The Changeling, and working with Susie, and I think she kind of started all that, with, again, just a little bit of money that she got from London Arts Board, and I think it was called.
And Magic Fandoshi was Mulan Theatre, Mulan and Claire, so great.
I'd been at the Cock studying there for 2 years, and when I came back, I went up to Scotland for a year, and then I came down because I went to replace somebody, and I came down and I remember looking at the stage, and in those days there was a paper and the ads were in the back, and they were looking for a movement director for the Magic Fandoshi, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I've just physical or movement theatre, whatever you like to call it. I'd just been working with that, and I was really keen to explore more of my own heritage, because I asked with everybody, I'm the only one who was born here and sort of very, very British. And that side of, my Japanese side, I didn't know so well. And I'd done a little exploring before, but anyway, this was a door. And in that show, I went and did movement directing for the show, and I met David, who was one of the actors, and other British East Asian actors. Everybody was British East Asian then.
Glenn Hui, Adrian Pye, Andrew Mallett,
Anna Chen, New York.
Yeah.
And
so it's interesting. There were quite a few of us around. Small numbers, and we got to know each other,
David then invited me to come along as an actor, which was great.